I'm your host, Peg Young. The bus system in Seoul has been reorganized. With one look, we'll be able to tell where the bus is coming from and where it's going to. It'll make it easy for all of us to use the bus. Since the price of oil is skyrocketing, this hopefully will encourage more of us to use the bus system. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Railton team, Austin White and Isaac Alpert. So why Railton?
Railton is a fictitious city in western Pennsylvania from a book called Straight Man by Richard Russo. And it's about the life of an academic. We both like books and like to talk about books, so we chose the name.
All right, well, welcome to our stage, Railton team. And I have yet to read the book, but I will make sure to do that. Railton, good luck to you today.
Thanks.
And going against the Railton team, we have the Buds team, Mike Ashmore and Debbie Kim. So why Buds?
Our favorite hockey team back in Canada is the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that is their nickname, so we decided to choose that.
Yeah, go Leafs.
All right, good luck to you, Buds team and Railton team. Let's get on with our game. We'll start off with 10 multiple choice questions. If you get all 10 correct, you get 50 bonus points. Hopefully, both teams will get the 50 bonus points today. If you're not sure about a certain question, you can call out chance. You can use it once. We'll make things easy on you by giving you a 50-50 chance at the correct answer. Railton, you get to choose first. QU, I, or Z sets?
Take I.
All right, we will go with question set I, number 1. Of the following, what are the first 3 numbers of pi? 1, 3.19, 2, 3.15, 3, 3.14, 4, 3.33.
3.14.
Yes. Question 2. Of the following, what is the result of the Earth's plates pushing violently against each other? 1, typhoon, 2, squall, 3, avalanche, 4, earthquake.
4, earthquake.
And you mentioned that you're from Florida and Boston, so I suppose you haven't encountered an earthquake ever?
No, I lived in Oregon though, and that's why I left.
Ah, really?
Yes.
So you lived through an earthquake?
No, but the threat was enough.
Haven't encountered a hurricane though.
Oh.
Hurricane Andrew back in '92.
Really? That was a really big one.
Yeah, it was huge. It was enormous.
But glad you guys made it through both experiences, or fear of both experiences. Anyway, we go to question 3 now, sorry. Question 3. Of the following, what was the product invented by the 3M company upon which the entire corporation was built? 1, roofing shingles. 2, Scotch tape. 3, latex paint. 4, fiberglass insulation.
2, Scotch tape.
Moving on to question 4. Of the following, in what continent is Swahili widely spoken? 1, Europe. 2, South America. 3, Africa. 4, Asia.
3, Africa.
Question 5. Of the following, which one fits best in this list of words? Bogey, par, birdie, eagle, blank. 1, pelican. 2, albatross. 3, puffin. 4, toucan.
It's a golf term.
You're not sure, you can use chance.
Chance.
All right, we'll make things easier on you. And now, Railton, your final decision, please.
Albatross. 2, albatross.
Yes. I suppose golf isn't your sport?
No, not at all.
So what is your sport?
Hockey.
Oh, so they have the Buds. Who are you for?
For the Panthers.
Ah, Canadian team?
It's actually a Florida team.
That's how much I know.
They're not very
good. All right, moving on to question 6. Of the following, on which planet would you weigh the most? 1. Saturn, 2. Pluto, 3. Neptune, 4. Jupiter.
Jupiter has the biggest mass. 4. Jupiter.
Yes, because it is the largest planet. Moving on to question 7. Of the following, what is the name of a popular work of 1936 by Russian composer Sergei Prokofiev? Peter and the blank. 1. Spider. 2. Pumpkin. 3. Giant peach. 4. Wolf.
4. Wolf.
Question 8. Of the following, what is the most abundant element in seawater? 1. Chlorine. 2. Sodium. 3. Magnesium. 4. Sulfur. You've used chance. Please share the answer with us.
2. Sodium.
Actually, it is chlorine that is most abundant in seawater. Railton, you end the section with 70 points. And now, Buds, you are left with Q, U, and Z sets. Which will you have?
Go with Q, please.
All right, question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which set of numbers is used for a different purpose? 1. 001, 2. 010, 3. 011, 4. 019.
We'll go with number 1.
The others are all mobile phone prefixes in Korea. Going to question 2. Of the following, which one was the name of King Arthur's sword? 1. Excalibur. 2. Camelot. 3. Lancelot. 4. Excal.
We'll go with number 1 again.
Question number 3. Of the following, what is the closest planet to the Sun? 1. Pluto. 2. Venus. 3. Mars. 4. Mercury.
4. Mercury.
Question 4. Of the following singers, which singers are popularly known as the 3 tenors? 1. Pavarotti, Carreras, and Domingo. 2. Pavarotti, Caruso, and Domingo. 3. Pavarotti, Dominguez, and Carreras. 4. Pavarotti, Caruso, and Dominguez.
1 again.
Were you in Korea for the 3 tenors concert in Korea?
No, I wasn't actually. I missed it.
You missed it.
Yes.
Well, it was a good concert.
I'm looking forward to going to Yo-Yo Ma next month, actually, though.
Very good. Going to question 5. Of the following, the Great Barrier Reef is found in which sea? 1. The Coral Sea. 2. The Caspian Sea. 3. The Dead Sea. 4. The Black Sea.
Number 1, the Coral Sea.
Have you been to Australia to see the Coral Sea?
No, not yet.
Going to question 6. Of the following, which of these languages is called a Romance language? 1. Hungarian. 2. Dutch. 3. Portuguese. 4. Russian.
We'll take our chance.
All right, we'll make things easier on you by taking away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, Bud's team, your final answer, please.
We'll take 3, Portuguese.
Yes. French, Italian, and Spanish are the other Romance languages. Moving on to question 7. If you get this, you will tie. Who was the first monarch to live in Buckingham Palace? 1. George III. 2. Edward VII. 3. Henry V. 4. Queen Victoria. Buds, your answer, please.
4, Queen Victoria.
Yes, it is Victoria. The score is now tied, and question number 8. Of the following, whose work is Pictures at an Exhibition? 1. Eric Satie. 2. Modest Mussorgsky. 3. Francis Poulenc. 4. Maurice Ravel.
We'll go with number 1, Eric Satie.
Actually, it is the that was the correct answer. Well, Buds and Railton, you end this section tied at 70 points. This is where we get to see how well you work together as a team. We'll give you 20 words, 100 seconds to go through that list that is pre-chosen. And you are not to use any of the words or phrases that we give you on the board. Railton, it is your turn first. And your category is dental health. Have you visited the dentist recently?
Maybe a year ago. I'm overdue for an appointment.
Do you want to go?
No, because I'm scared what they're going to say.
Yeah, if you haven't been for a while, it's kind of a nightmare, isn't it? Are you ready?
Ready?
Go.
Okay, you use this in the morning?
Floss.
Right. Okay, G, this is your up here.
Gum.
Right. You're very smart. You're
Wisdom. Wisdom tooth.
Right. When they put you to sleep. A.
Anesthesia.
Right. Blank, Mary.
Bloody.
Not bloody, but V. Never slept with anybody before.
Virgin.
Right. A dentist takes a set of these.
X-rays.
Right. You get this in milk. You drink a lot of milk. C.
Calcium.
Right. A. Pass. Okay, little kids get these when they eat too much candy.
Cavities.
Right. C. A king wears this.
Crown.
Right. Breast. I.
Implants.
Right. Pass.
Gargle.
M. You use
Mouthwash.
this. Right. S. When you scrape. You jump over something. Okay, pass. They put this in the water in the 1950s. F.
Fluoride.
Right. The gum X that we don't like.
Xylitol.
Right. False teeth. Old ladies wear these. D.
Dentures.
Right. Little teenagers get these. They're
braces.
Right. She flies and puts money under your.
Tooth fairy.
Right. You had one last week.
Root canal.
Right.
I'm sorry you had a root canal just recently. You passed on scaling, which is the scraping you clean off the surfaces. And snag tooth is the tooth that is, well, you would need braces to correct that. And amalgam is the filling that we have in our teeth when we have cavities. You end the section with 240 points. Good job. And Buds, now it's your turn. And your category is Eminem. Is he an artist that you like?
Actually, it's one of Mike's favorites.
Yep. So I guess you had to study up, or?
Yeah, I did.
Are you ready?
Internet, yep.
Go.
Okay, it's the movie that he was in.
8 Mile.
Pass. The European singer.
Dido.
His real name.
Marshall Mathers.
Type of music.
Rap, hip hop.
Pass. Where he grew up in.
Detroit.
His fake name, nickname.
Slim Shady.
Pass. Fling.
Mariah Carey.
Buddy.
Rabbit.
His first album. First. Means forever and ever.
Real Slim Shady.
Starts with I. Pass.
Infinite.
Good. His daughter's name.
Haley.
His name. Who we're doing right now.
Eminem.
Good. His mentor.
Dr. Dre.
Al Song.
Lose Yourself.
The band that he was with.
D12.
My name.
Debbie.
Pass. Money.
50 Cent.
Both teams today didn't need to use the full time allotted. You did a great job. Lincoln High School is where he went. You passed on that. Platinum is how his record did. And 1972, I suppose, is the year that he was born. Buds, you did great. You end the section with 230 points on the board. Railton, you are in the lead. Just 10 points, though. 240. And now let's invite Mr. David Hwang onto our stage.
Hello, Eun-young.
Hey, it's a very close game today.
Yeah, it's really close today. Wow, 10 points. I didn't notice it from back there. But by the way, I heard that the Buds,
Yes.
you guys are from Toronto and you guys are Maple Leafs fans.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm so
It's a
sorry. You
shame
know
about
why?
them Flyers.
Because I'm from Philadelphia,
Yeah,
of all
yeah,
places.
as I
I'm a
heard.
Flyer fan, so I'm not going to hold that against you today, though. So good luck to you, and good luck to you guys as well. Let's move on to the next section. All right. Our next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets that question wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, if both of you guys can't figure it out, we're going to help you with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 questions in all, 30 points per question, and 5 seconds to get each one. All right?
And if you're ready, let's have question 1.
Alrighty, question number 1 is about survey. According to research done in the US, these people die young. It was found that these people die younger than other writers. The probable cause for their early...
Railton.
Poets.
Yes. Masochistic tendencies make them prone to die young, I suppose. Railton, you've increased your lead, 270 versus Buds, 230. However, this is a very close game. Let's move on to question 2.
Alright, question number 2 is about film. Last month, stars of this computer animated film sequel.
Buds.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2.
Railton, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Attended the Hollywood premiere of this famous animation. Actress Cameron Diaz joined Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy at the screening.
Railton.
Shrek 2.
You're in the right field, but we're talking about a different film. And let's have question 3.
Alright, question number 3. By the way, did you guys enjoy Shrek?
Yeah.
You guys
well,
Shrek fans?
Yeah.
You know, being a cartoon, these days, I think that animation, for the most part, is geared more towards adults than children, because Shrek is actually a brilliant movie, well written and very witty, you know. So I don't know. I'm sure the kids enjoy watching the green monster run around, but for me, it was really funny and really clever, actually. Anyways, though, moving on to question number 3 is about technology. In Japan, a semiconductor energy laboratory company said it has succeeded in forming this and running it on a plastic substrate for the first time in the world. Since it is on a plastic substrate, the prototype this can be bent. It is the part of a computer that interprets and carries out various instructions contained in software. What is this?
Buds.
Floppy disk?
Railton, 5 seconds. Railton.
Hard drive.
What we're looking for is the brain. Let's look at the hint. And it's revolutionary. Buds.
CPU.
Yes. A central processing unit that is bendable. It's going to change the computing world. It's going to be exciting to have a bendable computer, don't you think? Moving on to question 4.
Alrighty, question number 4 is about sports. Recently, this person has been honored again by England's football writers. He has become the first player to win England's Footballer of the Year award in successive years.
Buds.
Thierry Henry.
And are you a big football fan as well?
I'm not a big Thierry Henry fan. I'm a Manchester United fan, actually. So, big competitor.
They came, I think, in 3rd place this year.
Yeah, not
and
too good.
actually, the Arsenal, they made history to be the first team in, I think, in 115 years to go the season undefeated. And I think the last team was like the Preston North End, the Invincibles or something like that. Anyways, though.
So they won over the Invincibles?
No, the Invincibles were they were the team that last went undefeated 115 years ago, like 1888. And it hasn't been done since Arsenal did it this year.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. And Buds, with that, you have caught up to 290. Railton, you're just leading by 10 points. And let's move on to our next question.
All right, question number 5 is about vegetables. This vegetable has been used from very early times as a culinary vegetable because of its delicate flavor and diuretic properties. It is a member of the lily family, usually the top portion. The spear-shaped...
Buds. Buds.
Onion?
Railton, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
The top portion, the spear-shaped young green shoots of the plant, is cooked and served in various dishes. What is this?
Railton.
Asparagus?
Yes. I think the spears gave it away. Yes?
Right.
Moving on to question 6.
Recently, as more warning signs of global warming are being uncovered, an English scientist proposed a doomsday scenario. He said that if the current rate of global warming is continued, mankind would only be able to live in this place by the end of the century. This is the continent surrounding the Earth's South Pole.
Railton.
Antarctica?
Can you see yourself moving to Antarctica?
No, because I don't like the cold.
I don't think it'll be cold then.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go.
So much for global warming.
If you're going to move to avoid the earthquake, why not move to?
Good a reason as any.
That's right. Moving on to our next question.
Moving on to question number 7, it's about art. Curators at the Louvre Museum in Paris have revealed that this painting, the world's most famous...
Buds.
Mona Lisa.
Yes, it is suffering warpage. Have you had a chance to see the Mona Lisa?
No, I have not.
Well, you do know that if you win 7 in a row, you can go to Europe on our dollar. Or on our 1, by the way. You're moving close again. Buds, 320 versus Railton's 360. Let's go to our next question.
Alrighty, question number 8 is about person. Recently, this person defended her perfect 10s in gymnastics that she scored at the 1976 Montreal Games.
Railton.
Mary Lou Retton?
Buds, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
After a top Olympic official said that the scores were inflated, the Romanian-born gymnast received the first perfect marks in Olympic history for her compulsory routine on the uneven bars. She added 6 more perfect scores in events on the following days. Who is she?
Buds, 5 seconds. Buds,
Christina Gluskis.
let's take a look at the hint. Railton.
Nadia Comaneci?
Yes. Are you a gymnast?
No.
No, you kind of got the shoulders of an athlete. No?
I had the shoulders of an athlete 10 years ago.
Okay. Well, you're increasing your lead, Railton, and let's move on to our next question.
Question number 9 is about word. These numbers, once controversial, have now become trustworthy. Since last month, the Korean Film Council initiated publication of statistics of this every week based on ticketing information gathered from participating theaters of its online network. This literally means place where tickets are bought. What is this?
Railton.
Ticket office?
Buds, 5 seconds.
You're the Korean.
Let's take a look at the hint now. Buds.
Box office.
No. Yes. Box office numbers.
Oh, okay, I thought it was going to be in Korean.
I saw you mouthing the answer, but it all came down to the buzzing, and let's go to question 10.
All right, question 10, on a very close game still, is about organization. Last month, this organization charged with the obscure crime of sailor mongering, last persecuted 114 years ago, went on trial in the first U.S. criminal prosecution of an advocacy group for civil disobedience. The organization is a world-famous environmental group. What is this?
Buds.
What is PETA?
Railton, 5 seconds. Railton.
Greenpeace.
Yes. And sailor mongering involved, way in history, illegally getting onto a boat. Before it was for whoring, but this time it was Greenpeace advocates who went onto a boat and held up signs, and they weren't allowed on the boat, etc. Let's move on to our next question, 11.
Question number 11 is about countries. A law has come into force in this country with...
Railton?
France.
Buds, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This country which bans smoking in public places. The law also forbids any direct or indirect advertising of tobacco products and the sale of cigarettes to children. Anyone caught breaking the law will be fined 200 rupees, officials said. But a reformed smoker in Mumbai told AP that the ban would fail. What is this country?
Buds?
India?
And Buds, it is still a close game, 380 versus Railton's lead of 420. Let's move on to our next question.
All right, it's about companies. This company has won its takeover bid for airline KLM in a deal which will form the world's biggest airline by sales. Over 89% of the share capital of the Dutch airline KLM.
Railton?
Lufthansa.
Buds, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
KLM was offered up to this company by the time the bid closed early last May. What is the name of this French company?
Buds, 5 seconds. Buds?
Air France.
Yes. And once again, it's come down to 10 points. Buds 410, Railton in the lead 420. Moving on to question 13.
All right, 3 questions left. Here we go. Number 13 is about health. Scientists believe that they may have discovered why some people have problems controlling their appetite. They say it may be because of poor communication between key blank.
Railton.
Brain.
Yeah. And moving on to question 14.
Question 14 is about space. Recently, an investigator said that footage released by the Mexican Air Force is further proof of the existence.
Railton.
UFOs?
Yes. 11 bright objects moving quickly in the skies. Moving on to our last question.
All right, our last question, number 15, is about civilization. Exploration of the 2,000-year-old site has caused archaeologists to question the established chronology of this enigmatic civilization. The city, Seawater, thrived in what is generally considered...
Buds.
Mayan civilization.
Yes. And it was a very close game, but Railton, you get to go to the finals. Congratulations. This was one of the closest first halves we've had on our show. It was a very close game, Buds. I know you have some disappointed supporters. What do you want to say?
Just thank you to all our friends and family and all the support and help that they've given us.
And hi, Mom.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us today. Railton, you're going to be going against the Muso team. They're going for their 4th, so they are more experienced, and you've had a pretty tough first half. How do you feel?
Feel ready.
I'm tired.
Great.
All right. We will be right back after this with the Railton and Muso teams. Welcome to our final stage, Railton team. Let's welcome back the Muso team. It's great to have you back on our stage, Brian Dean and Mark McNutt. So this is your attempt at win number 4 in a row, and you saw our exciting first half. You feel up to it?
Nervous a little bit, sure. Yeah, they did very good.
Well, let's get to our final section and see how you guys do. In our final section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, ranked in difficulty 10 to 50 points. You can choose the next question if you get the previous question correct. And, well, what are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are June happenings, Kings Without Crowns, famous first lines, inventions, and name the band.
And I will go with June happenings, 10 points. In military parlance, this is a term often used to denote the day on which a combat attack or operation. Railton.
D-Day?
Yes. The most famous D-Day is June 6th, 1944, which is why it's a June happening, which is the invasion of Normandy. And the letters are derived from the words D as in day or day of the invasion. And Railton, you get to choose.
Famous first lines for 10, please.
Famous first lines, 10 points. Quote, here is Edward Bear coming downstairs now, bump, 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 on the back of his head, behind Christopher Robin. End quote. This, Muso.
Winnie the Pooh?
Milne based his stories in the 100-Acre Wood on toys owned by his son, Christopher Robin. And are you a big Winnie the Pooh fan?
Yeah, I am.
Do you have a favorite character?
Eeyore.
Really? Oh, I'm a Piglet fan, actually. And do you have a favorite as well?
Sure, Piglet.
Yeah, cute, huh? And you've tied the score, Muso, at 10. You get to choose.
Go ahead.
Famous first lines for 20.
Famous first lines, 20 points. Quote, to the red country and part of the gray country of Oklahoma, the last rains came gently. Railton.
John Steinbeck's.
Yes, it's John Steinbeck we were going for. And it is the first line of The Grapes of Wrath. And you are well read. Is The Grapes of Wrath your favorite Steinbeck novel?
Actually, right now I'm reading, what's the other novel by Steinbeck I'm reading right now? I can't remember. No, not Of Mice and Men.
The Pearl?
No, I can't recall, but John Steinbeck is one of my favorite authors.
Kind of depressing though, no?
A little bit,
At
yeah.
times, definitely.
You've got the lead now, you get to choose.
Let's continue with famous first lines for 30.
Famous first lines, 30 points. Quote, in the year 1878, I took my degree of Doctor of Medicine at the University of London and proceeded to... Railton.
Jekyll and Hyde.
And Muso, it is your chance to answer. I will finish the question. Proceeded to neatly to go through the course prescribed by 4 surgeons in the army, end quote. This is the first line of A Study in Scarlet by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It is the first book in which we meet the 2 famous characters. One is a brilliant fictional detective of the late 19th, early 20th century, and the other is his friend and colleague. Who are they? Muso, 5 seconds. Muso.
Sherlock Holmes and Watson?
Yes. And Muso, you get to choose.
June happenings, 20.
June happenings, 20 points. This cartoon was first released on June 9th in 1934. The episode was called The Little Wise Hen. This cartoon character portrayed a lazy duck on a houseboat, which is how he got his famous sailor suit. Railton.
Donald Duck.
Yeah. Donald Duck's voice belonged to Clarence Nash, who Walt Disney heard reciting Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Donald Duck quickly became one of Walt Disney's favorite characters. And Railton, you've got the lead, you get to choose.
Okay, June happenings for 30, please.
June happenings, 30 points. This person was shot in Los Angeles on June 5th, 19... Railton.
Robert Kennedy?
Yes. He was the brother and the Attorney General of the President of the United States, and he also
Tragic
ran
family,
as a presidential candidate. And Railton, you get to choose.
June happenings for 40, please.
June happenings, 40 points. King John of England signed this important document in Muso.
Magna Carta?
This limited the king's rights in controlling his people in Latin for great charta. And Muso, with that, you have tied the score at 80 points. You get to choose.
June happenings.
50. Closing the category, June happenings, 50 points. This European capital was founded on June 14, 1167. It was chosen as the capital in 1443 by Christopher of Bavaria. This city has consistently been rated as one of the best cities in the world in which to live by Railton.
Praha or Prague?
Muso, it is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. By international surveys, even though it also has a high cost of living. This city, the principal seaport and commercial center of Denmark, was a fishing village until the mid-12th century. What is this city? Muso, 5 seconds. Muso.
Copenhagen.
Yes. The Danish name for the city is Copenhagen, a corruption of the Danish Copenhagen, which means merchant's harbor. And Muso, you've got the lead. You get to choose.
Famous first lines, 40.
Famous first lines, 40 points. Quote, Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, was a man of rugged countenance that was never lighted by a smile, cold, scanty, and embarrassed in discourse, backward in sentiment, lean, long, dusty, dreary, yet somehow lovable. End quote. This novel, written by Robert Louis Stevenson, was published in 1886. Muso.
Kidnapped?
Railton, it is your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. And is considered as a contemporary mystery novel. It has become a central concept in Western culture of the inner conflict of humanity's sense of good and evil. What is this novel, Railton? 5 seconds. Railton.
Bartleby the Scrivener?
Stevenson is the author. Muso.
The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
And Muso, you get to choose.
That's a tough one. Kings Without Crowns for 10, please.
Kings Without Crowns, 10 points.
All right. This person got his first job in radio through persistence. It was on a small radio station, WAHR in Miami Beach.
Muso.
Larry King?
He's got his own show on CNN now. And Railton, I encourage you to buzz in quickly to go against the Muso team. And Muso, you get to choose.
Without Crowns for 20.
Without Crowns, 20 points.
This person is well known for his eccentric behavior and outlandish style. He has a...
Muso.
Don King.
The boxing promoter. Our category name gives it away. We're just looking for you. Yes. And you get to choose Muso.
Kings Without Crowns for 30.
Kings Without Crowns, 30 points.
For 30 points, this king was born in 1942 in Brooklyn, New York. She started out playing the piano and then moved on to singing, forming a vocal quartet called the Cosigns in high school. While attending Queens College, she befriended Paul Simon.
Railton.
Rang in by mistake. I was thinking Queen Latifah. Sorry.
Muso, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
She befriended Paul Simon, Neil Sedaka, and Jerry Goffin. Many of the songs on her Tapestry album in 1971 were made more successful by other writers.
Muso.
Carole King.
Yes. The American singer and songwriter. And Muso, you get to choose.
Kings Without Crowns for 40, please.
Kings Without Crowns, 40 points.
This king spent much of his childhood sharing time living with his mother and his grandmother while working as a sharecropper. At an early age, he developed a love for the blues.
Muso.
B.B. King.
Yes, or Riley B. King. One of his trademarks is that he named his guitars Lucille, a tradition that began in the 50s. And what would you like to have next?
50 points, Kings Without Crowns.
Kings Without Crowns, 50 points.
In 1965, this person married Mr. Lawrence King, and since then has been better known under her husband's family name. She is the only woman to win U.S. singles titles on all 4 surfaces.
Railton.
Billie Jean King?
Yes. She was one of the first female athletes to speak out against sexual inequality in organized sports, and she's considered one of the greatest female tennis players or female athletes in history. It's good to see you on the board, Railton, and you get to choose.
Famous first lines for 50, please.
Closing the category, famous first lines, 50 points. Quote, for many years, my home has been in the northern frontier province of Kenya, that vast stretch of semi-arid thorn brush, covering some 120,000 square miles, which extends from Mount Kenya to the Abyssinian border. End quote. It is a true story of how the author and her husband raised Elsa. Muso.
Born free.
In the end, they did return her to the wild. And there's also a song, Andy Williams has a song, Born Free. Unfortunately, the author was killed in 1980 by a disgruntled employee. And Muso, you get to choose.
Inventions 10, please.
Inventions, 10 points.
Mary Anderson was granted her first patent for this device in November 1903. Her invention could clean snow, rain, or sleet by using a handle inside the car. It was...
Railton.
Windshield wiper?
Yes. And where would we be without her invention? And Railton, you get to choose.
Inventions for 20?
Inventions, 20 points.
In 1867, Sylvester Howard Roper of Roxbury, Massachusetts, built a steam-powered this, but German inventor Gottlieb Daimler is credited with building...
Railton.
Steam automobile?
Muso, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
With building the first modern this in 1885, which was powered by a single-cylinder gas-powered engine. Daimler later teamed up with Carl Benz, forming the Daimler-Benz Corporation to make automobiles. Its types include standard, cruiser, and scooter. What is this?
Muso, 5 seconds. Muso.
Motorcycles?
Yes, a motorbike. So before he went into making cars, he made motorcycles. And Muso, you get to choose.
30, please. Inventions.
Inventions, 30 points.
In 1895, not far from Springfield in the city of Holyoke, Massachusetts, William Morgan, a YMCA instructor, created the game of this, which he called Mintonette. Morgan borrowed elements from both tennis and handball.
Muso.
Badminton?
Railton, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
The game is played on indoor courts divided into two 9x9-meter team courts by a 1-meter wide net placed as such that its highest point is 2.43 meters. Sports terms such as digs, spikes, and blocker are used in this game. What is this team sport?
Volleyball.
Yes. And Railton, you get to choose.
Inventions for 40.
Inventions, 40 points.
This was invented by Walter Hunt of New York while he was absent-mindedly twisting a piece of wire. On April 10, 1849, Hunt patented this, but...
Muso.
Paperclip.
Railton, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
But he later sold the patent for a few $100s. His invention made babies very grateful. It is used for clothing and other cloth that have no special provision for attaching buttons or a zip, and for provisional repair in the case of some imperfections of clothing. What is this?
Railton, 5 seconds. Railton.
Safety pin.
Yes. Do you find the safety pin to be a very useful invention?
Absolutely, yeah. I've
And it's
used them several
unfortunate
times.
that he only got a few $100s for it.
Well, back in that day, a few $100s was a lot of money, but obviously not nearly in comparison to what he could have gotten.
Right.
And Railton, what would you like to have?
Inventions for 50.
Closing the category, inventions, 50 points.
This was first introduced by Eli Whitney to create muskets for the U.S. government. And automobile manufacturer Ranson E. Olds introduced the moving this in 1901. Henry Ford, who is often credited with inventing this, improved it by installing...
Muso.
The production line.
Railton, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
By installing conveyor belts, which sped up the manufacturing process considerably. It is a manufacturing process in which interchangeable parts are added to a product in a sequential manner to create an end product. What is this?
Railton, 5 seconds. Railton.
Automation.
Muso.
Assembly line.
Yes. And we recognize Eli Whitney as being the producer of the Cotton Gin, but
Yes.
he also produced the Assembly line. And what would you like to have next?
Name the band for 10, please.
All right, name the band, 10 points.
Hi, Contenders! We are the 6-member live band from America, and we're called G2G, which stands for Generation to Generation. We all play different instruments, and we make different sounds. But when we come together, we make one great sound. Now, how many bands do you know that make great sounds? Let's find out!
If this band still existed, would they still be as popular?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's the memory of their fans that keep them alive until now.
Railton.
I'm gonna go with Beatles.
They're also known as the Fab Four.
Love the Beatles. Love the Beatles.
Do you have a favorite song?
Hard Day's Night.
Not bad, not bad.
Is that yours?
Oh no, my songs change right now. I like Dear Prudence, and she came in through the bathroom window. She came in through the bathroom window.
No sampling, please.
You know what I'm talking about?
And
What do you mean no
Railton,
sampling? Come on, no, I'm sorry.
and Railton, you get to choose.
Name the band for 20 points, please.
Name the band, 20 points.
This band was named after a quote attributed both to Aldous Huxley and to William Blake. The blank of perception was the title of
Muso.
The Doors.
Yes. Jim Morrison was the lead. Light My Fire, The Crystal Ship, big songs. And which one would you like?
30 points, please.
All right, name the band, 30 points.
Hey, Angela, do you know lots about 1980s bands?
Well, which group are you talking about?
This band hit it big with their music video. The video of their #1 single, Take On Me, was a breakthrough.
Muso.
Aha.
And were you an MTV fan?
Early in MTV time, sure.
And that was a pretty impressive video, wasn't it? Yes. And we have just 2 left. What would you like?
40 points, please.
All right, name the band, 40 points.
This bickering British band has had a rotating cast of characters throughout the 1990s. The band had a huge hit in England after brothers Liam and Laura Gallagher.
Railton.
Oasis.
One of the most successful bands of Britain in 1990, and the band was formed in 1991. 1 question left, 50 points.
This band called itself Hybrid Theory after the addition of another member. The idea being that they were a hybrid of rock and rap. However, due to a copyright issue with a band called Hybrid, they were forced to change their name. After being signed to Warner Brothers in 1999, their first album, Hybrid Theory, was released in 2000. It was a top-selling album in the United States and in New Zealand in the year 2001, with the hit singles, One Step Closer, In the End, and Crawling. What is this metal band?
A metal band with hit singles, One Step Closer, In the End, and Crawling. Muso.
Metallica.
Railton, 5 seconds. Railton.
Aerosmith.
We're looking for a 2-word answer, and this group has MC vocalist Mike Shinoda, Chester Bennington. Muso?
Linkin Park.
And with that, Muso, congratulations. You've won 4 times in a row.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your 7th win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
This was a exciting game to watch for us. It was great to have you on our show. What do you want to say to your supporters?
Well, we're just glad we made it this far. Really tough team to beat, but glad to have a chance to play you. So.
And we have to say hi to Claire, or she's
Oh
going to
yes,
be
we
very
have two
angry.
in the audience, Claire and Jaeun. So hi.
Well, it was great to have you on our show. Thank you for joining us. And now, Muso team, you have 4 wins under your belt. Are you satisfied?
No, I want to go on.
You want to go all the way to Europe?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, well, we'll be seeing you again next week. Congratulations again on your 4th win. Muso is marking another win, and we'll see them again next week. Join us again then. Have a great week. Bye-bye.